Okay, all right. Very good evening to each and every one of you that is listening to this education today. All right. So tonight, what we're going to do is basically to cover one of the most important topic. Okay, in this crypto space, which is the public key versus the private key. Now, this is going to be very important, and I hope if you want to take a picture, if you want to basically write it down, okay, please do so, because this is going to be very crucial for you to protect your crypto assets. Okay, in our space now, we are talking about Bitcoin, and you know the value of Bitcoin that is rising. So it is important, all right, that you protect your assets, and to do so, you need to understand about the public key, the private key, and also I'm going to talk to you about the recovery phrase. Now, to give you just a quick idea, okay, about the public key and the private key, now we take an analogy of the vending machine, all right? Vending machine is where you can go and buy drinks and all kinds of things, right? So now, if you look into the vending machine, you can think of the public key like a deposit slot, okay, for your vending machine, where anyone can actually give you Bitcoin. Can you see that? So with that public key, anyone can send Bitcoin to you, or if you want to send Bitcoin to someone, you need their public key. So the public key is also like an email address. Okay, so if you don't have the address, okay, you are not be able to receive email messages, or you are not able to send your messages or email to that person. Okay, so anyone can slot in, okay, into deposit into the slot machine. But when you talk about a private key, it is a secret way to open the vending machine that only you should know. Alright, so can you see that? So anyone can put in the money into the deposit slot of the vending machine, but not everyone has the private key to actually unlock this vending machine and take all those, okay, shillings or money that is actually deposited into the vending machine. So this is what we call a private key. Alright, now please understand, a public key is something that is disclosed. You can let people know your public key, but you will never let anyone know your private key. Okay, your private key, because if somebody know your private key, then they can access into your wallet. Okay, so this is a very important information. Now, please, okay, also understand, sometimes we don't want people also to know our public key. Alright, so if you are basically receiving payment through certain public key, right? Okay, try not to disclose that public key, because by taking that public key, I can go into the blockchain explorer and I can actually check how much have you actually received, or how much is your net worth in Bitcoin in that public key. Alright, so you have to be very careful on that. Now, let's just do a quick introduction, and then we proceed so that we can understand the whole scenario, okay, of how you can protect your crypto assets. Now, Bitcoin, as well other major currency that came after it, is built upon a public key cryptography. Okay, now please understand, cryptography technology has been around for the past 40 years. Alright, so Bitcoin cryptography technology has been around for about 40 years. Okay, so that is why Bitcoin is so powerful. It's a cryptographic technology. Alright, now a cryptographic system that uses pairs of keys. Alright, so they got pair of keys. What are those pair of keys? The public keys, which are publicly known and essential for identification, and we have the private keys, which are kept secret and used for authentication and also encryption. Okay, so in the simple technical terms, alright, public key is to encrypt the message or the data, whereas the private key is to decrypt the message or data encrypted with a matching public key. Can you see that? So that's basically just give you a glimpse of an idea, right? We don't want to go too technical. I'm trying to make it as layman as possible so that everyone who is listening to this education will be able to understand it. So the public key is truly public and can be shared widely, while the private key should be known only to the owner. Alright? Now let me just relate that very quickly. Now, you can see the example here, okay? This is the example of the public key, alright? So, every one of you, right? So, when you want to buy Bitcoin and so on, you have to basically send your public key, okay, to the person who is going to send you the Bitcoin, Alright, so that is how basically it works. Okay, so if you want to do any transaction, okay, so you need this public key, okay, or we call this as a Bitcoin address. Okay, so we always will ask for the address if we want to send you Bitcoin and so on. So that's the reason why if you want to deposit into CashFX or into any platform, right, you need to have a deposit address, right? So that is where you get the invoice and you have to send your Bitcoin to that address. Now let's quickly look into private key. Now for every public address, okay, there is always a private key that is paired to it. Now these private keys give you full control over the public address, meaning you can send crypto or sign transaction with it. Now if you have the private key, then you basically have ownership of the specific address. And that is why it is the single most important thing you have to keep safe, okay, if you are handling your own fund. Okay, this is so important. Now please understand, any platform, any wallet that you don't have the private key, the asset doesn't belongs to you. Alright, so now I will explain to you how that works very shortly. Now if you look into the private key, right, the private key are always connected with the recovery phrase. Alright, so the private key for every coin or token that is supported by the wallet is derived from the recovery phrase. That's why your recovery phrase is so important. So as soon as you start creating a wallet, you will be presented by the 12-word recovery phrase. Okay, if you are using Exodus wallet. If you are using Coinomi, it will be a 24-word recovery phrase. Alright, so you have to make sure to back up, as this will be helpful if you need to restore your wallet. Now please understand, if you forgotten your password into the Coinomi wallet or into Exodus wallet, alright, the next stage is basically you need to have your recovery phrase in order for you to recover the wallet. Sometimes you may have lost your device, okay, your smartphone, or your device might get damaged or malfunction. Don't worry about it. Just go and buy a new device. All that you need to do now is basically recover the wallet, and it will ask you for your recovery phrase. Alright, now if you lost your recovery phrase, that is it. Okay, that is it. You can't do anything about recovering your asset. So please, okay, tonight, okay, I have to make these things very clear to the team, okay, to whoever that is listening to this education. Please, okay, keep safe your recovery phrase. Some people, they don't even write clearly, so they can't read their own recovery phrase when something happens. So make sure you write everything clearly and make sure you keep a few copies, okay? Keep a few copies in a different location, not at one place, okay? At different locations and so on. Now, please understand, when I talk about all these wallets, okay, Exodus wallet, Coinomi wallet, all these wallets are decentralized wallet providers. So which simply means the wallet provider have no access to your recovery phrase. So that is the reason why we don't encourage you to keep your Bitcoin in Luno, in all these centralized exchanges, tokenized, Synergy, okay, and so on. These are centralized exchanges. They don't have a private key or recovery phrase. So that's the reason I told you, if you don't have the recovery phrase or the private key, the asset doesn't belong to you. Please understand this. Now, so if the recovery phrase is lost, okay, so if you have misplaced what you have written and if you have lost the recovery phrase, then you lose access to your fund as well. No one can help you, okay? No one can help you. There is no such thing as forgot password. So when you use Coinomi or you use Exodus or even Trust Wallet, there is no such thing as forget password. Alright? Once you lost the recovery phrase, that is it. All that you can do is try to remember your password once again. Okay? So please understand that. The other thing is that these are the recommended decentralized wallets, okay? You can use Coinomi, Exodus, or even Trust Wallet, okay? But if you are new, okay, if you are new into the crypto, I would suggest you go for the Exodus wallet. Alright, you can download or install these wallets from the Play Store or also from the App Store. Exodus wallet, there is only 12 recovery phrase, okay? But if you want the recovery phrase to be a little bit more stringent, then you can go for the Coinomi wallet, okay? But all these wallet that I've stated here are the safest wallet that you can use, okay? The Coinomi wallet, Exodus wallet, or even the Trust wallet. Now, let's look into the example of the recovery phrase. Now, this is the example of the recovery phrase, okay? You can see here, for the Coinomi wallet, you have, this is how it will look like, okay? So, there are basically 24 phrases. You can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, all the way. Make sure you write it down in sequence, okay? Put a numbering and write it down. Number 1 is canoe. Number 1 is denial. So write it down all the way, the 24 phrase. This is for the Coinomi wallet. Now for the Exodus wallet, we will have the 12 phrase, okay? So can you see that? So these are the 12 phrase that you have to basically write it down in the piece of paper. Now, so how do you secure your recovery phrase? Now, the only way to secure your recovery phrase is to create an offline backup. Can you see that? An offline. Offline is the keyword here. Never keep your recovery phrase online. Never keep your recovery phrase in your laptop, okay? So, because these are all basically online, it can be accessible. Some people keep their recovery phrase in the email. That is so dangerous, okay? Even don't send your recovery phrase through email to yourself. Some people send the recovery phrase through WhatsApp to their own email. Now, these are dangerous, okay? Because hackers are looking for your recovery phrase. And if they can take hold of your recovery phrase, they can then access into your Bitcoin wallet. So you have to be very, very careful. Now, please understand. Please understand this, all right? No providers, okay, no wallet providers will ask you for your recovery phrase. If any wallet provider asks you for your recovery phrase, then they are basically fraudulent exchanges or fraudulent providers. Alright, so no one, okay, no one should actually ask for your recovery phrase. And on the other hand, you should never disclose or even show your recovery phrase to anyone. Okay, sometimes this can be the people that you trust, because you never know when your asset is going to grow in value. The trust factor can be compromised. Alright, so now what can you do? How to secure your recovery phrase? Make sure you create an online backup of your phrases. How do you do that? Just write it down and keep it secure. That's all. Alright, take a piece of paper or take a diary or take a book. Make sure you write it down. And write down a few copies so that you have a few of the backup copies, okay? And keep it one probably in your book. The next probably you can keep somewhere at a higher place, so that if some countries where they got flooding and so on, right, you still have something kept over there. I know people who have a vault, okay, vault machine at home, okay, they keep the recovery phrase in the vault machine. All right, so these are basically an important highlights today in this education. So I hope, okay, I hope you have learned something very, very precious. I hope now you understand this terminology about public key, okay, public key, the private key, and how the private key is intermingled with the recovery phrase. All right, so please, all right, please, I have to make sure I emphasize this again. Do not disclose your private key or recovery phrase to anyone. Okay, the second thing is that please make sure you write down all the recovery phrase. Okay, write down clearly in a piece of paper and save and keep it securely. Okay, because you never know, we are human. Okay, we never know when we will forget our password. We never know what will happen to our device. Even our device can be stolen. Can you see that? So no matter what happened, as long as you have the 24, the recovery phrase, either 24 or 12 phrase, it doesn't matter, you can still be able to recover your wallet. Okay, so this is how a blockchain economic works. Okay, a blockchain ecosystem, this is how the ecosystem actually works. Okay, now as I mentioned, okay, in previous training, right, if you look at the bank, okay, if you lose password, the bank will call you to go to the bank to do verification. So in the current financial system, you are an important figure, all right, because you have to go in person. But when you talk about blockchain, you are no longer important. Your recovery phrase or your private key is the most important thing. All right, can you understand? So this is the difference between the financial institution compared with the blockchain technology or the blockchain ecosystem itself. All right, because in the blockchain, your private key, your recovery phrase is the most important thing. So if you lose your recovery phrase, you lose access to your own asset. All right, and thereafter you can't be blame anyone. You cannot give excuses or blame anybody. You can't blame the company that you are investing with. You can't even blame your friends, okay? Make sure you take full responsibility of your own recovery phrase, okay? So I hope this education, okay, adds significant benefit, okay, as you go through this whole training once again, right? So with that, I would like to say thank you so much, okay, for listening to this presentation, and I hope you were truly encouraged and truly blessed with all the information and the highlights that I tried to basically deliver in this education. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you so much.